This is a map of Japan. We have 3 days to enjoy countryside. We are here, center of Japan, Tokyo. We'll take a flight from here to South Island. This is a Kyushu Island. Kyushu Island has numerous prefectures. This time we are visiting south of Kyushu Island. Southern tip of Kyushu Island is called Kagoshima Prefecture here. This is a enlarged map of Kagoshima. Kagoshima has an airport. This is a domestic airport. From here, we are moving down to the southern tip of Kagoshima Prefecture. There is a very famous hot spring place called Ibusuki. And then we spend here overnight. The following night, we'll be at this place called Kirishima. This is a mountain region. Around here, there are so many interesting places. We'll see some highlights of Kagoshima Prefecture for next 3 days. This is the distillery for shochu. This Kyushu Island, particularly southern part of Kyushu Island, it's a very known place for making a very unique liquor called shochu. This is the production facility. Shochu, they are all bottled into bottles like this. There's so many kinds of bottles. This is a workshop of Satsuma-kiriko. Processing place. When these are completed and displayed at the showroom, the prices are quite high. Here is a place to see the Kagoshima's specialty, local craft called Satsuma-kiriko. Satsuma is the old name, traditional name of this Kagoshima. The kiriko means cutting glass. Each piece cost about 30,000, 50,000, 70,000 yen. And this is the masterpiece. price of this large product is more than 3 million Japanese yen. This technology was introduced during the Edo period, toward the end of Tokugawa era. Lord of this domain, Satsuma, 28th Lord, Satsuma Nariakira. This technology has very much flourished for only a decade or two. Afterward, after death of Nariakira, the promotion of this local product was terminated. A few decades ago, local craftsmen revived the product and created a very nice product. The characteristics of this Satsuma cutting glass, the gradation, how to make this amazing product. We are going to see actual place. In front of us is a famous Sakurajima. Today it's a bit cloudy, so visibility, but still visibility excellent. But luckily, today there is no eruption. The Japanese call this facility Tennen Tsunamushi Onsen, or in English, natural sandbath. This is a facility to check in, and you will come down to the beach side to enjoy sand bathing. Very special types of spa resort. This is the famous Tsunamushi Spa. The bathers take this boardwalk and they're reaching the beach side. There's a tent above the sunbathing beach. So when it is raining like this, no problem. But today is a weekend, so there are many tourists. So you have to wait for your turns. So people, the bodies are buried in hot sand with high temperature. You stay in the sand probably for 10 minutes or so and got enough sweating. Then come back to the real world. This is the ultimate relaxation for bathers, visitors to this Ibusuki Super Resort. This is a hotel, Kyushu-En. One very well-known hotel at this hot spring Super Ibusuki. This hotel is located just beside the coastline. At the Japanese restaurant, when you return to your room, what's happened to inside your room? When you open it, this is a bedding done by hotel staff. This is the place you sleep. The cute is called futon in Japanese. You sleep on tatami floor like this. This is a karaoke machine, place for dinner. Menu is the typical kaiseki style. This is the starting dishes. There are many other things coming later on with lots of drinks. Here, indoor and outdoor bath. This is the outdoor bath. Very cute. When it rains, the snow falling. It's quite nice to see. Probably blue sky if it is clear. This is the hotel lobby of Shirokuma. The amazing thing about the lobby is not only a garden in Japanese style, but the collection of this is a tea room. Just beside the collection of Satsuma ware pottery. It's very famous Kagoshima product using old name Satsuma. The masterpieces of Satsuma ware. Toward the end of 16th century, 18th feudal lord Satsuma Yoshihiro went to Korean Peninsula for the war against Korea by the order of Toyotomi Hideyoshi. He brought a few Korean potters and make them to produce excellent potters at this place called Satsuma ware. At the time of construction of this hotel, during excavation work, this ancient potters were found out. The era called Yayoi period. It's about 2,000 years ago. Most of them are taken care by the Ministry of Education, but a few are left at this place. So this is a quite traditional area, southern part of Kyushu Island. This is a beach area. Just after sunrise. Ibusuki Super Resort has numerous beaches. Most famous one is Surigahama Beach. This is the Hama Beach. Local people just started preparation for marine. Here is a place to enjoy so-called beach volleyball. This is the bay of Kirishima, so water is very quiet. You see Tsunamushi Buro, a natural sand bathing. Open at around 8 o'clock, so people are making preparations. If you dig the sand here, maybe 40-50 centimeters deep, you start feeling very warm or rather hot sand. So you can bury your body to enjoy sand bathing. This is a very much well-known activity at this Ibusuki onsen place. This is not Mount Fuji. This is a Kaimon-dake mountain. The height of this mountain is 922 meters. If you climb this mountain, it takes 2.5 hours to climb and hour and a half to come down. This is a beautiful conic-shaped mountain. It's quite similar to the shape of Mount Fuji. So this mountain has a nickname, Satsuma-Fuji. The left side, behind the palm trees, there is a water that is part of East Asian Sea. Not part of Pacific Ocean, but East Asian Sea. This is a way toward Cape Nagasakibana. Nagasakibana is located at the southernmost tip of Satsuma Peninsula. The atmosphere is like a Hawaii. This is the water. You see here, the typical souvenir store. This is a potato. The purple potatoes. There are many different kinds. These potatoes are kind of the materials to produce local liquor called shochu. Very famous. This is not place for Japanese sake, but shochu. Here, Satsuma-Fuji, or real name of the mountain is Kaimon-dake. Here, this water is a part of East Asian Sea. The other side of peninsula, Cape actually, Cape Nagasakibana. This is the mouth of Bay of Kagoshima, which is part of the Pacific Ocean. So two waters merge at this point of Satsuma Peninsula. This is a lighthouse of Nagasakibana Cape, built in 1957. The day of GPS no longer needed, but still here. You can see the surrounding scenery. Many people imagine that this is the southern tip of Kyushu Island, but actually across the water there's a peninsula, another peninsula, Satsuma-age Cape. That is the southern tip of Kyushu Island. Just before you take a walk toward the tip of this cave, see the small Shinto shrine. That is a Ryugu Shrine. This place has legendary fairy tales of Urashima Taro.
開いてるよ。だからね、もうこうやって
This is a Ryugu Jinja, or Dragon Palace Shrine. This shrine was built here on the basis of legendary Urashima Taro. Urashima Taro saved the lives of turtle. That turtle came to the Dragon Palace located at the bottom of the sea. Years later, when he returns to this land, he was given the souvenir box and told you should never open the box. But he opened it, smoke comes up, and he suddenly returned to his real age. Very interesting fairy tale. Urashima Densetsu, the basis of this shrine. This is a place called Satsuma-age. It's a factory located outskirts of Kagoshima city. What we are going to see is like this. This part of Kyushu Island is famous for Tenmonkan and Shinto legend, mythology, Japanese mythology. This is a local specialty, Kalkan, the sweets, especially produced in this part of Kyushu Island. Long samurai history with this Satsuma domain during the feudal period. Now we are going to see Age Kalkan. This factory specializes two different things: Satsuma-age and Kalkan. Satsuma-age is called in different name in mainland. Kamaboko, or age kamaboko, fried kamaboko, is usually used. But here, this part of Japan, Satsuma-age, which literally means frying Satsuma. The meat based on fish flesh, ground, and then making a patty steak. Then they are fried to create the famous Satsuma-age. In the middle of processing Satsuma-age, you see the white fish meat is mixed with the machine. fish meat, fried. It's already called Satsuma-age. And sent to the packaging place. Here you see many things. So many Satsuma-age is the final process before packaging and shipment. This is Satsuma-age frying fish paste sold like this at this counter. The package of Satsuma-age is just like this. This place produces not only Satsuma-age but Kalkan. Kalkan is the name very local to this particular place. Kalkan is sold like this bomb shaped Kalkan and stick shaped Kalkan, just like this, like a yokan, willow. The taste is quite different from yokan and willow, but very much local sweets for the Kalkan. This is the JR Makurazaki line. As you see, Japan's southernmost station. Nishi Oyama Station is here. Japan's northernmost station and easternmost station, westernmost station, and here southernmost station is called Nishi Oyama Station. We are here, and it's the name of the station, Nishi Oyama Station. Just beside, very unique post office, normally in red, mailbox here yellow, very unique.
Kyushu もいろんなところフェリーを使うところあるんですが、まあ多分随分もう。
Here incoming ferry boat. This is the ferry terminal. It takes about 15 minutes to move between this mainland and the port on Sakurajima Island. Very much frequent schedule service every 15 minutes at this time of the day. Later, we are reaching Sakurajima Island. Height of that island is 1,100. Say about 1,200 meters. It is reachable at the middle of the mountain. There is a observatory. We cross the water here. And having a lunch on the other side of the water. This Sakurajima ferry line has a couple of different types of ferry boats. One is like this. Another is just like this. This is a group from Taiwan. Ferry boat has just left the terminal. Just beside the departure place, it's a unique architecture like this. This is the aquarium. Looks like a Sydney Opera House. Now we are crossing the water. The Bay of Kinko One, which is part of the Bay of Kagoshima, which is part of the Pacific Ocean. This is the Sakurajima Visitor Center. Used to be charged, but today free of charge.
鹿児島県を象徴する活火山桜島。桜島は世界でも有数の美しい海上火山です。昭和39年、霧島薬国立公園に指定されています。桜島はいくつかの火山が集まってできた複合火山です。南岳は今でも小さな噴火を繰り返しています。山頂一帯には噴火と浸食の歴史が荒々しく刻み込まれています。桜島の噴火が始まったのは今からおよそ26,000年前のことでした。最初の噴火は現在の北岳から始まりました。噴火はその後2000年の間続き、やがて長い旧式に入りました。そして今から13,000年ほど前、再び噴火が活発となり、およそ8,000年の歳月をかけて現在の北岳の原型を形作ったのです。4,500年ほど前からは南岳の活動が活発になり、今なお噴煙を上げ続けているのです。桜島はこれまでに文明、安永、大正、昭和と4回の大きな噴火を記録しています。大正3年1月12日、東西両斜面の中腹から大噴火が起こりました。黒煙は上空8,000メートルにも達し、火山灰は偏西風に乗って遠くカムチャツカまで運ばれました。流れ出した溶岩の総量は30億トン。多くの集落を飲み込み、瀬戸海峡を埋め尽くし、それまで文字通り錦江湾に浮かぶ島であった桜島を陸続きにしたのです。 軽石に埋まった鳥居が今もそのまま残されています。厚さはおよそ2メートル、噴火の凄まじさを物語っています。桜島には幾度もの噴火が作り上げた溶岩源が至る所に見られます。溶岩の大地にもやがて長い歳月の間に植物たちまで大雨が降るたびに島に多くの被害を与えてきました。桜島では現在、川の護岸工事や砂防ダムの建設などさまざまな土石流対策が進められています。島の耕地面積はわずか 10% に過ぎません。人々はさまざまな工夫を凝らしながらそのわずかな耕地を利用して島の特産品を育てています。桜島の夜明けです。昔から幾度となく噴火を繰り返してきた活火山桜島。
Number of eruptions of this Mt.Sakurajima. This year, from 1st January till today, 1,078 eruptions are already recorded, only up to date of this year. This is like 775 explosive eruptions. And yesterday, 6 eruptions. Today, by 1 p.m., already 6 times recorded. This is a layer of the land. Scientifically, people can trace when, how much massive eruptions take place in the past. Last year, this is the number of eruptions last year, 1,026 times. And this year already recorded 1,078. So this is still middle of October. Numbers increasing compared to last year. One of the nationally famous local products is daikon, Sakurajima daikon or radish, Japanese radish. In 2003, a huge daikon was produced here. This is the daikon at the weight of 31.1 kilogram. Now, this daikon is in the Guinness Book of World Record as the world's largest. The producer, local farmer here. the cityscape of Kagoshima City. Seen from Sakurajima Island. This terminal on this island, just beside, has a very unique hot super for warm your legs. Length is immense, 100 meters long. Used to be Japan's longest Ashiyu spot. It continues up there. Now the other part of Japan has longer than 100 meters, so we are now currently number 2 Ashiyu spot. People doesn't have to go to a hot spring super here, just get hot water for your feet. Until now, today the Sakurajima mountain is very quiet. But just with eruption, just like this. Every day, half dozen times of eruption has been observed on this island, on this mountain island. This is the view from highest observatory on Sakurajima Island. Altitude 373 meters. From here, you can see the summit of Sakurajima. Seeing from the left, there are 3 peaks. Left side is northern peak, and middle peak, and then far right is southern peak, which is currently making eruptions. This is considered the 4th stage of Sakurajima Island, Yunohira observation. This is a picture taken from above. This is a caldera, the top of northern peak. And this is a southern peak. You see a bit of smoke, still making eruption at the southern part of the summit. Actually, 2 mountains mixed together. First, the North Mountain came up about 4,500 years ago due to major eruption. Southern peak was formed. From this Yunohira observation, you can see the views around. Kinko-wan Bay. In distance, the other side of the water is the center of Kagoshima City. Then seeing around. This Bay of Kagoshima is a long distance, actually 80 kilometers deep. From this direction, see Kirishima Island range, where we are going to stay tonight.
溶岩と溶岩の間から岩を隠してきている状態ですね。今ですね、南岳の、私たちの方から見ると手前の方ですが、昭和火口がですね、あるんですけれども、それも50年ぶりに爆発を続けてるんですが、火口がどんどん大きくなって、
We are going to leave Sakurajima Island by crossing the bridge and then returning to main Kyushu Island. This is called Ushine Ohashi Bridge. This is a store called Ikeda, specializing in clothes. Literally means black vinegar. This is a home of clothes. A black vinegar, good for health. Huge numbers of clothes parts. It takes a couple years before speaking to the market. This is a Lake Ikeda, located nearby the Satsuma-Fuji, Kaimondake. This lake is very deep lake. Circumference of the lake is 15 kilometers. Not a big lake and not small lake. The deepest point of the lake is 230, 240 meters. Japan's fourth deepest lake, Lake Ikeda. Lake Ikeda has a legendary story of Issei. Issei? Loch Ness has a Nessie. Here is Issei. Big eel, huge eel. A very much popular creature at this lake. So 24 years ago, someone found out the mysterious creature moving around on the surface. Probably the huge eel was seen and mistakenly took as Issei. Here you can see probably the Issei inside the souvenir store.
美味しくないかもしれない。美味しくない。
短いな、太い割には。
It's a hot spring steam. It is a hotel. Kirishima Kokusai Hotel. It's also one of the major hotels at Kirishima Onsen. This room is a dinner room for the group. Karaoke machine is different from one used last night. Outside this room, you see the smoke. Actually, steam coming out of the ground. This is a medical facility run by the local university for rehabilitation. The university has been researching the effective method of curing the patients by using hot super. This is a Kirishima hot super, very famous place. This is a karaoke machine used by many facilities. And these are the books to pick up the numbers for your particular favorite songs. This is a large after large indoor bath. This is outdoor. Here water is creamy, so this is a sulfur type at the bath. Hot water comes from hundreds, probably 300 to 400 meters deep underground. Contains lots of mineral materials. That's why water is not transparent. This morning, very cool autumn climate. Visit the shrine, one of the most well-known shrine at this Kirishima area. Actually, in Kagoshima, probably most well-known shrine, Shinto shrine, Kagoshima. This holy tree. It's a map of Kirishima Shrine. After you go through first tree, second tree, and then going up to third tree. Behind the third tree is a prayers hall and the main shrine. This is the shrine office. You see crest, chrysanthemum crest. That means this shrine has association with imperial household. People are taking a walk up to the main shrine. This is the third torii gate. This is the access to the main shrine. Facade of main shrine has some works going on. That's why something covered. Most representative holy tree of this Kirishima Shrine is this one. This is a cedar tree. 800 years old. 37 meters tall. This is a place to purify yourself before heading toward the main shrine. Wash your hands, rinse your mouth. Unfortunately, there is a repairment work is on, so we can't directly see the facade of the shrine. This is a prayers place. Prayers hall. Beside us, this is the Shinto place. This is approach. And as usual, at the Shinto place, you see many papers. Here are fortune telling papers to be picked up at the shrine. Actually, when you open the papers, there are fortune is predicted for your future. This is a waterfall observation for Inukai waterfall. These two figures. On your left, man, Sakamoto Ryoma. On your right, his wife, newlywed wife. They are very both quite popular figure in Japanese history. Toward the end of Tokugawa era, middle of 19th century. This waterfall is called Inukai-daki. Height of this waterfall is 36 meters. This is Inukai no Taki. In the middle of 1860s, Sakamoto Ryoma and his wife Oryo reached the Satsuma and spent several months. And they came here and enjoyed dynamic view of this Inukai waterfall. Their trip to Satsuma has been considered as the first honeymoon trip in Japan. This is a small hot spring resort called Shirokuma Onsen, but somewhat very famous because of these two figures, Sakamoto Ryoma and his wife Oryo. They came here and actually enjoyed hot spring water here. Just beside the river, you see small, tiny park. This is a place they enjoy the hot spring of Shirokuma Onsen. Here, Sakamoto Ryoma and the wife Ryo enjoyed the happiest days of their life in their honeymoon. Sakamoto Ryoma was assassinated at the age of 33 by his opponents. That was a turbulent days of end of Tokugawa era and the beginning of modern Japan after Meiji Restoration. This is a Shirokuma hot spa century ago. At the time of Sakamoto Ryoma visited here, and they spent 18 days at this particular very small Shirokuma hot spring. This is the Tenmonkan Avenue in Kagoshima City, like a Ginza in Tokyo. This is the Tenmonkan in the center of Kagoshima City. Today's lunch place here. Muzaki Tei. This is the restaurant. What are they serving for the guests is like this. Of course, there are ordinary meals, but the specialty of this particular restaurant is Shirokuma. Shirokuma, very popular, particularly for hot summer season. This is the ice menu with the topping. What is the entrance of Muzaki, restaurant Muzaki looks like? So this, you take off your shoes, use your shoe box, and get inside. This is the typical lunch menu. Based on the pork, which is a local specialty in this Kagoshima prefecture, sashimi, some other things. But popular kind of lunch for local people. This is a Shirokuma. Literally means white bear. Actually, basically scrapes of ice block with lots of fruit topping. You can order any kind of toppings if you have any particular choice. Costs about 600 yen, 800 yen, something like this. Ladies, women, girls really love this kind of sweets. Best sweets for hot summer. This is the Sengen-En garden. The garden of used to belong to Lord Shimazu. This is the stone statue of lion. Lion stands on a huge stone lantern. This is a garden. With the backdrop of Sakurajima Island. This is a Japanese style garden. This is a gate called Suzumon or Tin Gate. The roof tiles are not the ordinary one. It's made of tin. Only one in Japan. The gate with tin roof. Iso-goten, residence of Shimazu family. Actually, Lord of Shimazu. It's a large pine tree, 300 years old, 35 meters tall. This idea is amazing. Garden with a huge mountain, island, Sakurajima. The Shimazu residence with a garden with a stone bridge, the tea house, baristas in the middle. Nice pond. The stone bridge. This is the Bogakuro, specially built to receive envoys from Kingdom of Ryukyu. This is the facade of Iso-goten, Lord Shimazu. The entrance. Today they accept the tourists at extra entrance fee. Courtyard, pond of the residence. This is a sleeping room of daimyo. Bathroom, toilet, reception room to receive guests. Very strange scenery. The traditional floor with Western tables. During ancient times, particularly Heian period, 1,200 years ago, they made Kyushu no Niwa garden with winding stream and enjoyed a poem reading. having a poem party like this. Here at this garden, the winding stream was discovered in the middle of the 20th century, and they revived that winding stream, which is quite a typical design for expensive Japanese garden. This design was employed only for exquisite, high-class residence, using lots of stones. It's amazing. This is only a small part of the Sengen-En garden. This garden is full of unique designs for Japanese garden. Just below winding stream, here comes another pond with full of unique rocks. That is looks like a Jizo statue in the cave. This is one side of the garden. Typical stone walls. Common design for making Japanese samurai castles. When you step up the stone stair, this is another corner of the garden. See? Another pond behind the trees. It's another nice view of the pond. There's a stone bridge to the east of residence for Lord Oshimazu. This is the emblem of Shimazu, cross with circle.